Hey guys, Sean from Living Seeds, your seed guru. Today we are doing one of our Livingseeds trials. We're going to run you through what we have done on the trial and show you why these two trays germinate completely differently. First up, I want to apologize for all the chick noises in the background. We're in our seedling production tunnel. You can see all the seedlings behind us over here. There's seedlings going all the way down as well. There's seedlings on this side. But our seedling production tunnel, especially at this time of the year, we also use it to grow out our baby chicks on Living Seeds Farm. So the little noise at the back, there's a couple of hundred little chicks that are busy being fed, and they're quite excited about life. Cool. So Living Seeds Trials. What are Living Seeds Trials? So Living Seeds Trials are literally trials that we do on Living Seeds Farm for us to learn something. And what we've decided this year is to take those trials and turn them into a YouTube video where we can show you what we are learning, and hopefully you can learn as well. So the main purpose of these trials, or at least these videos, is literally to give you the shortest path to success, so that you know what we do to make things work, and you don't have to go and try things yourself. You can just use the information that we have done. We've done the trial already. We've spent the money, we've spent the time on doing the trial. You can replicate what we've done, and you can have stunning success with your seedlings. So as you can see behind us over here, we've got thousands of seedlings. I think this year or at this time of the year we've grown out about 12,000 seedlings. It's tomato seedlings. These are all tomato seedlings over here. We've grown out tomatoes, peppers, super hot peppers, and they're starting on the pumpkin seeds now, I believe. But we now sort of approaching the second half of August, and as you can see, our seedlings are looking stunning. They're really looking great. But the second half of August, especially in southern Gauteng where Living Seeds Farm is, we are prone to very cold snaps, and it's not the ideal temperature or it's the ideal time of the year to be growing seedlings. So how do we get these seedlings looking so stunning? The key is we use heating pads. So we will grow. We have large heating pads that we use to grow our seedlings out, and our seedling production a gentleman, his name is Farai. What he does is he runs trials inside this tunnel as well. And one of the trials that he ran for us was over here. And what we have is we have two trays treated identically. The variety of tomato planted in these two trays is a cherry tomato called Sun Cherry, one of our newer tomato varieties. And show you the difference between a heating pad planted in a seedling tray. So the problem that you have with growing tomato seedlings in early in the season or when the soil is quite cold is that tomatoes ideally want bottom heat to germinate. And if you go and take your tomato seed, plant it inside the garden, if you plant it inside the soil right now, you would have because the ground is too cold. That's the first problem. The second problem is you have very little control as to what's happening in that soil at this time of the year, because you are your seed is exposed to the elements, so you have no control of it. The minute that you take control of the elements and look after your seedlings, what happens is you get this fantastic germination on your tomato seeds. So over here we've got about a 95-98% germination on these tomatoes, and I can just do a quick count over here. This is a 45 cell tray, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 seeds that didn't germinate. So 5, it's a 90% germination. Multiple cells have got both seeds germinating, but we will still count that as a single germination because we remove the one seedling. On this over here. So what was done was these two seedling trays were planted on the same day, at the same time, literally side by side. It's the same variety, it's the same germination mix, it's the germination mix that we sell to you in our store. The only difference was that this seedling tray was left inside this tunnel, and the tunnel's nice and warm. It really is nice and warm, especially during the day if it's really cold. I'm not too sure if you can see. Can you see the seedling? So what we do inside our tunnel is we actually put this agricultural plastic, so it creates a ceiling inside the tunnel which still increases the temperature. So even though we have a plastic tunnel, we have a ceiling inside our plastic tunnel, and that increases the temperature even further. So the temperature inside here actually is pretty much ideal during the day. At night the temperature tends to plummet. So what was done, this seedling tray was left on our racks like this. This seedling tray was put onto a heating pad, and today is day 14. So these seedlings are 14 days old, 2 weeks, literally 2 weeks old. As you can see, these seedlings have grown nicely. We've got nice cotyledon extension over here, and they are just starting to put out their first true leaves. And what we'll do is we'll zoom in shortly, and you'll see that they're just starting to put out their first true leaves. These seedlings over here, oh, and these guys came up 50%. We had 50% germination on day 4. So on day 4 with the heating pad, 50% of these tomato seedlings were up. This tray over here, and I'll do a quick count: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's coming up over there, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 have got 0 germination. There's a couple here where the seedlings have come out. There's no true leaves coming out. They are literally a third of the size of these guys over here. And then a couple of cells, we've got the seedling is just poking through the soil. So 14 days later, there's spotty germination, and you can see it's very spotty. We'll do a close-up now. You can see it really spotty germination. And what's happened is it's not great germination. The seed is exactly the same. The soil is exactly the same. It's just how the seedling was treated with heat. Guys, it's critically important, especially if you're growing warm season crops like your peppers, like your tomatoes, like your pumpkins, cucumbers, etc. If you're looking for really quick germination, and it's literally, you'll have germination in under 7 days if you're using a heating pad. If you're not using a heating pad, you're going to get spotty germination, and it's going to look like your seed quality is not that great. And guys, we can tell you, we germinate all of the seed ourselves, so we know what our germination rates are on our seed. Our germination rates are pretty good. It's the way that you germinate your seed. It's the way that you treat your seed. If you have any questions, guys, please leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them for you. What you can do as well, if you like this content, please subscribe over here, and you'll get an update on all of our latest videos. Okay.